What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another episode of the Legends. Today we have got Legends 20 through 11. There's 10 fantastic players on show for you today. Now always in these sort of videos guys, they are based off of my personal opinions, so if you have a difference in opinion to me, then let me know in the comment section. If you missed the last two episodes, we discussed Legends from 42 down to 20 in the last few episodes. I'll leave links to those in the description, and if you'd like to purchase any FIFA Ultimate Team coins, check out footcoinemporium.com. Their link is in the description. A very fast and reliable service, and if you use the discount code NEPO at the checkout, then you'll get a 5% discount on your coins. So like I say, we've got 10 phenomenal players. We're getting down into the superstars now, the top 10 that are coming up next on Monday from EA Sports. But first of all guys, we have got David Seaman, the Arsenal hero, the god, the king. For me, just what the best, the best goalkeeper in my memory ever. The only person for me that comes close to Seaman is actually Schmeichel, and the reason why I rate Seaman above Schmeichel is because he's English and played for Arsenal. So he's got pretty insane stats, 88 card rating, and just on the notes of the card ratings, I actually think they don't have any weight or bearing on these players. I just think some of the cards are rated 86 and should be rated 82, and some of them are rated 87 and should be like 90. But I think it's just they've got to have a rating for them, and because they're Legends cards, I think they're just going for like 86 to 90. So we've got David Seaman. His card is very, very fair. Maybe his speed is a little excessive actually at 50. Maybe it should be down in the 40s or 30s. His diving at 78 is a little bit shocking. I would definitely rate that a lot higher, maybe like 85 or 90. But that would make the card just simply unbelievable. Not that that should really matter, because hey, if that's how the player played, that's how the player played. But David Seaman is there for you guys. Somebody who I'm going to be putting into my team. And next up we have got Jens Lehmann, another goalkeeper, another Arsenal legend. Now, I don't understand this, right? You look at David Seaman's stats. David Seaman was hands down, even hands up, because he's a goalkeeper, a better goalkeeper than Jens Lehmann. Lehmann made error after error after error. Like, he was never Germany's #1 because of Kahn. Like, how the hell have they given him these stats? 86 diving, 85 reflexes, 85 handling, 88 positioning, 82 kicking. Like, what are you thinking about when you're giving these players stats? Like, don't get me wrong, Lehmann was a great goalkeeper. A legend, debatable. Honestly, debatable. I don't know whether he deserves a legend card, but yeah, those stats, they're too good. They're too good for him, and I'm an Arsenal fan, and he was an Arsenal player for many years, and I feel like those stats are just crazy high. Next up, we have got a third consecutive Arsenal legend, and it's Patrick Vieira. Now, once again, this card makes me lol, right? Because this is probably my bias coming through, guys, and please correct me if you think I'm wrong. Patrick Vieira was renowned for his passing, his power, his tackling. He was renowned for being a very actually skillful midfielder. Like, they've given him 3-star skills, and I'd say that's probably just about fair, but you could argue a case for 4-star with Vieira, because there were a couple of times where he pulled off insane stuff, like crazy good dribbles that just made you think like, wow, is this guy a midfielder? But he's got 84 pace, which I wouldn't suggest was his pace, to be perfectly fair. I'd say his pace was more around 80. 83 dribbling, that seems about right. 88 defending, I'd agree with that. 83 heading, yes. 79 passing, are you shitting me? This was one of the best midfielders in the world in his time, and you've given him 79 for passing. Also 68 shooting is a little bit like, what? Like, for me, he also deserves a little higher than 68 shooting. I'd say maybe like 72 to 75 for shooting, and definitely around 84 to 88 for passing. But the card anyway, even with the stats as they are, is just phenomenal. As a central defensive midfielder, he will be unbelievable. I can't wait to use the Arsenal legends and build a full Arsenal team. Next up, guys, we've got Gary Lineker, the England almost all-time record goal scorer. Gary Lineker was a god, right? And I didn't really watch Gary Lineker play much. His career was ending just as I was growing up watching football. 86 pace is probably fair. 82 shooting for a guy who is up there in world football for finishing. Like, how do you give? The only thing I can think of is because the way like EA develop their stats for these cards, like shooting is made up of volleys, free kicks, long shots, shot power, things like that. And Gary Lineker was more known for like his inside the box poacher finishing ability. So that's the only reason why I can think he's shooting so low. But other than that, the card looks very nice. 3-star skill moves, 3-star weak foot. That is fair enough. Next up, we have got World Cup winner and player of Player of the Year? World Player of the Year award winner, Fabio Cannavaro. Nearly said Paolo there, his younger brother. What a crazy, crazy looking card this is. 74 pace, 89 defending, 90 heading. Just magnificent. You can't, like, that card is perfect. You know, that's for the first time that I think I've said that in 3 episodes. That card is absolutely perfect. 3-star weak foot, 2-star skill moves, just brilliant. Next up, we've got Pavel Nedved. Another weird one for me, right? The card itself is pretty decent. 83 pace, arguable. I'd say maybe 88 pace for Nedved. 87 dribbling, again, maybe 90 dribbling for Nedved. 83 shooting, that's fair. 85 passing, that's fair. 5-star weak foot, that's fair. 3-star skill moves. Did you never see Nedved play? Like, he was so technically gifted. He definitely deserves 4-star skill moves. I love the picture they've used for him, though. He looks like a 12-year-old boy with a bad haircut. But Nedved had a great career, and I think an 89 rated card is perfect for him. I think his card stats are just about right, you know, just about right. Maybe a little bit better pace, maybe better skill moves, but that's not too bad. Next up, guys, we have got Georgi Hagi. Now, I didn't really see much of this guy play. Once again, you know, he played like his best football in the years that I was growing up and just sort of like watching football and stuff. You know, he spent a couple of years at Real Madrid, a couple of years at Barcelona. He finished his career off at Galatasaray, which is where I remember him playing. And I remember him as an insanely skillful man, and his card looks phenomenal. 84 pace, 86 dribbling, 85 shooting, 88 passing, 5-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves. There is a case to be made that he should be 5-star skill moves. I remember in the Champions League one time when he was playing for Galatasaray, and he did this skill move on the touchline. I think it was actually the McGeady spin, and it was just crazy hot, and like he nutmegged the guy at the same time, and I was just looking at it and just like, you know, you sit there in awe, like, wow, this guy is a god. He had an insane career. You know, he spent time at some of the biggest clubs in the world, and that card is just brilliant, and I can't wait. Again, he's somebody that I just really want to use. Like, you don't really see these cards in Ultimate Team, like with these sort of padded stats, so I can't wait to use Hagi. So next up, guys, we have got Fernando Hierro from Real Madrid, or rather from Spain, but the Real Madrid legend. He's got a crazy good card, probably a little bit underrated in the pace for me, and especially the shooting. Like, he's got 87 defending, 91 heading, 3-star weak foot, 2-star skill moves. He spent most of his career at Real Madrid, and when, like, I remember mostly Fernando Hierro, other than his Real Madrid days, when he played for Bolton Wanderers, and I'm pretty positive he played at CDM for Bolton Wanderers, which is why he has like high passing and high dribbling, and like 76 passing, 72 dribbling for a centre-back is crazy good. But he has 68 shooting right there. Now, I know he has 91 heading, which is where a lot of his goals came from, but he scored over 100 goals for Real Madrid, this guy, playing centre-back or central defensive midfielder. I think a case could be made that he should be a CDM card. I don't really mind that he's a centre-back instead of a CDM. He's got a great card. I think his shooting deserves to be a bit higher. You know, he scored on average like 1 in 5 or something. I think he played like 430 or 440 games for Real Madrid and scored like 100 I don't want to guess, but it was over 100, but it wasn't much over 100, you know. But Fernando Hierro there, great card, and that leaves us with 2 players left and 2 more BPL players coming up, or ex-BPL. We've got Edwin van der Sar, one of the greatest keepers to have ever lived. There's no denying it. You know, he spent most of his career at Fulham until Man United picked him up. Or at least what I remember from him was at Fulham and Man United anyway. 84 diving, 87 reflexes, 86 handling, 80 kicking, 92 positioning. Just crazy card. And it's like, I can't debate this card. It's hard to debate the goalkeeper cards, really, because like, you can't really get them too wrong, can you? But like Van der Sar there, a great card, 89 rated, can't take that away from him. Last but not least, guys, we've got Marcel Desailly, the Chelsea and French central defender legend. 3-star weak foot, 2-star skill moves. Look at this card, 82 pace, 88 defending, 88 heading. Crazy good. He's got a low high work rate, I think that's wrong. That's about the only thing I could say wrong in here. I'd give him medium attack work rate, because there were some times for Chelsea where he would bomb up the field, get involved, you know, corners, whatever. And I think a medium would have suited him better. But a low-high works better for foot. So his card looks crazy good. I think he's going to be, for me anyway, one of the most expensive centre backs in the game, just because of his pace and the fact he's defending and heading a crazy high. But those are the 10 players this time around, guys. If you disagree with how I feel about some of these players, let me know in the comment section. If I make any glaring mistakes as well, like I did in the last episode where I forgot to put in like Luis Figo and Nuno Gomes and stuff for Portuguese legends, then also point that out. But be easy on me, you know, sometimes I get my words muddled up when I'm making these commentaries. But guys, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this, leave a like, rating, comment and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.